Respected audience, Assalamu alaikum. I am Professor Shamsud-Jaman, Professor of Pathology. I welcome all in today's 37th lecture on pathology. Today, day 3 of neoplasm. Dear audience, in day 2 lecture on neoplasm, I have told you about different classifications of neoplasm and the classification used in practicing life. I have told you some terms I have told. Today come to differences between benign and malignant neoplasm, locally malignant neoplasm, and differences between carcinoma and sarcoma. Differences between benign and malignant neoplasm, locally malignant neoplasm, and differences between carcinoma and sarcoma. Dear audience, first come to benign and malignant neoplasm. I have told you on the basis of biological behavior, neoplasm two types, one is benign, another is malignant. Rate of growth. Dear audience, we know the rate of growth of neoplastic cells is more than the normal cell growth. When we compare the rate of growth between the benign and malignant neoplasm, the benign tumor grows slowly than the malignant tumor, and malignant tumor grows rapidly than the benign tumor. Rate of growth benign tumor slow, rate of growth malignant tumor rapid. Differentiation. Dear audience, I have told you extent of resemblance of tumor cell with the normal cell is known as differentiation. That is, extent of similarities of the tumor cell with the normal cell. And differentiation may be well differentiated, moderately differentiated, poorly differentiated, and undifferentiated. You know, the benign tumor always well differentiated. Benign tumor always well differentiated. That is, in case of benign tumor, the neoplastic cells, more than 75% neoplastic cells are differentiated. But the malignant tumor, it may be well differentiated, it may be moderately differentiated, it may be poorly differentiated, or it may be undifferentiated. So, benign tumor always well differentiated, that is more than 75% cells of the neoplastic cells are similar with the normal cell. But malignant tumor may be well differentiated, may be moderately differentiated, may be poorly differentiated, or may be undifferentiated. Invasiveness. Benign tumor grows as cohesive expansal masses. What it means? Suppose this is liver. There is a benign tumor within the liver and it is composed of benign neoplastic cells. The neoplastic cells will proliferate, and due to proliferation of the neoplastic cell, there is expansion of the tumor. And expansion of the tumor as cohesive expansal masses. That is, all the cells remain side by side to each other, and there is growth of tumor as cohesive expansal mass. But malignant tumor grows by invasion and destruction of surrounding tissues. Grows by invasion and destruction of surrounding tissues. What it means? Suppose this is the liver and this is the malignant neoplasm within the liver. The malignant neoplastic cells will proliferate rapidly and they will invade in between the two normal hepatocytes, and the cells will invade in between the two normal hepatocytes, and the malignant cells also destroy the surrounding normal structures, and ultimately it expands like this. So, malignant tumor grows by invasion and destruction of surrounding tissues, but benign tumor grows as cohesive expansal mass. Metastasis. Dear audience, metastasis of tumor means implant of tumor cell away from the primary site to a distant place without any communication. This is known as metastasis. There are many routes of metastasis. One is hematogenous route, lymphatics, translomic, etc. Benign tumor never metastasize. But malignant tumor usually metastasize. That is, if a benign tumor occurs in an organ, it remains there. But if a malignant tumor occurs in an organ, it may spread to another organ or another tissues. So, benign tumor never metastasize, malignant tumor usually metastasize. Capsule. Dear audience, benign tumor usually capsulated. But malignant tumor usually uncapsulated. So, capsule usually present in benign tumor, capsule usually absent in malignant tumor. Now come to neoplastic cells in case of benign and in case of malignant. Pleomorphism. Pleomorphism absent in benign tumor, but it is present in malignant tumor. Pleomorphism. If we see a tumor under microscope, if it is malignant one, the shape, size of malignant cells are different. There are cells of different size, there are cells of different shape. There are cells of different size, shape of nucleus in case of malignant neoplasm, and this is known as pleomorphism. But if you see a benign tumor under microscope, histopathology will reveal no pleomorphism. The cells do not differ with their shape, size and with their nuclear shape, size. So, cells in case of benign tumor not pleomorphic, but in case of malignant tumor cells are pleomorphic. That is, pleomorphism absent in benign, pleomorphism present in malignant neoplasm. Nucleus. The nucleus of benign neoplastic cell not hyperchromatic. But nucleus of malignant cell is large and hyperchromatic. Nuclear cytoplasmic ratio. Dear audience, the nuclear cytoplasmic ratio is unaltered in benign neoplasm, unaltered, but it is altered in malignant neoplasm. Dear audience, you know, in normal cell the volume of nucleus is smaller than the volume of cytoplasm, and in normal cell the nuclear cytoplasmic ratio NC ratio in normal cell 1:8. It remains unaltered in benign neoplasm. It remains like that of the normal cell, but it is altered in malignant neoplasm, and it becomes 1:1. As the nucleus is large, the cytoplasm volume is reduced, so nuclear cytoplasmic ratio become equal. So, if this is a normal cell like this nucleus, and if in a malignant cell like this, the nucleus become large and hyperchromatic. So, the nuclear volume is increased, and so there is equal NC ratio. As the nucleus is enlarged, so nuclear cytoplasmic ratio become equal 1:1. It becomes 1:1. Again, in normal cell, nuclear cytoplasmic ratio is 1:8. This nuclear cytoplasmic ratio is unaltered in benign neoplasm, but it is altered in malignant neoplasm. It becomes 1:1 because the nucleus become large and hyperchromatic. Nucleoli. The vacuole present in the nuclear shaft is known as nucleoli. The nucleoli is not prominent or not conspicuous in benign neoplastic cell, not prominent. That is not conspicuous. But in case of malignant cell, the nucleoli is prominent, that is conspicuous. Suppose these are the benign neoplastic cells. These are not pleomorphic, and these are the nucleus. The cells are not pleomorphic, nucleus is smaller size, no alteration in nuclear cytoplasmic ratio, and no prominent nucleoli. And suppose these are the malignant cells. Pleomorphism of the cells, and this is the large hyperchromatic nucleus. So, pleomorphism of the cells, cells of different size and shape, large and hyperchromatic nucleus, altered nuclear and cytoplasmic ratio, and within the nucleus there is prominent nucleoli. Prominent nucleoli. Abnormal mitosis. Abnormal mitosis is absent in benign neoplasm, but present in malignant neoplasm. Dear audience, how can we recognize abnormal mitosis? We know during mitosis there is prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. During normal mitosis there is formation of two spindles. But if there is abnormal mitosis in malignant neoplasm, there will be more than two spindle formation. This is abnormal mitosis present in malignant neoplasm. So, these are the different differences between benign and malignant neoplasm. Dear audience, I have told you here benign tumor is usually capsulated and malignant tumor is usually uncapsulated. There are some exceptions. I have told you benign tumor usually capsulated, but there are some benign tumors that are non-capsulated. So, benign tumor without capsule. Again, I have told you benign tumor is capsulated usually, but there are some benign tumors they have no capsules. What are those? Leiomyoma. You know, leiomyoma is the benign neoplasm of smooth muscle. Leiomyoma is devoid of capsule. Hemangioma, you know, hemangioma is the benign tumor of blood vessel. Hemangioma is devoid of capsule. Dear audience, I have told you benign tumor never metastasize, but malignant tumor usually metastasize. There are some malignant tumors they does not metastasize. What are those? And these are called locally malignant tumor. Again, the malignant tumor that does not metastasize is known as locally malignant tumor. Now, come to locally malignant tumors. Locally malignant tumors means the malignant tumor that does not metastasize is called locally malignant tumor. Dear audience, again, malignant tumor that does not metastasize is known as locally malignant tumor. What are the locally malignant tumors? Now come to name of locally malignant tumors that does not metastasize, but they are malignant neoplasms. Basal cell carcinoma, it is a malignant tumor of basal cell, it does not metastasize. It is also called rodent ulcer. Glioma, carcinoid tumor. Dear audience, I have told you carcinoid tumor, it is a malignant tumor that arises from the neuroendocrine cells. Ameloblastoma, giant cell tumor of bone. These are the locally malignant neoplasms. Ameloblastoma, it is also known as adamantinoma. It arises from the enamel tissue. Dear audience, these are the locally malignant neoplasm. Now come to malignant tumors with capsule. I have told you malignant tumor is usually uncapsulated, but there are some tumor that are capsulated. Malignant tumor with capsule. Example, renal cell carcinoma. RCC. Dear audience, if anybody suffers from renal cell carcinoma, it is a malignant neoplasm, but it is capsulated. Respected audience, I have told you basal cell carcinoma is known as rodent ulcer. So, if anybody suffers from basal cell carcinoma in the face or near the outer canthus of the eye, he or she may come to you with ulcer. But we know what is neoplasm? Abnormal mass of tissue, growth of which exceeds and uncoordinated with that of normal tissue and persists in the same excessive manner after the cessation of stimulus that evoke the change. So, neoplasm means abnormal swelling, abnormal mass. But anybody suffers from basal cell carcinoma, he or she may come to you with ulcerations. Now come to what are the different ulcers that are actually cancer. What are different ulcers that are actually malignant neoplasm. Ulcers that are actually cancers. What are the ulcers? One is rodent ulcer. It is basal cell carcinoma. Patient may come to you with ulcerations. Why it is called rodent ulcer? Because of its invasiveness and destructiveness like that of rodent, it is called rodent ulcer. Another is Marjolaine ulcer. Marjolaine ulcer occurs in the post-burn scar. Within the post-burn scar, patient may come to you with an ulcerations. It is actually squamous cell carcinoma. According to the name of scientist Marjolaine, it is known as Marjolaine ulcer. So, although these are ulcers, these are actually cancers. Dear audience, now come to differences between carcinoma and sarcoma. Differences between carcinoma and sarcoma. First definition, we know carcinoma is the malignant tumor that arises from the epithelial tissue. Malignant tumor of epithelial tissue is known as carcinoma, and sarcoma, you know, malignant neoplasm of mesenchymal tissue is known as sarcoma. Malignant neoplasm of mesenchymal tissue is known as sarcoma. Age of occurrence. Carcinoma usually occurs at old ages. But sarcoma usually occurs in younger. Fleshy. Carcinoma is more fleshy than sarcoma. Less fleshy than carcinoma. So, carcinoma is more fleshy than sarcoma. Sarcoma is less fleshy than carcinoma. Vascularity. Carcinoma is less vascular, but sarcoma is more vascular than carcinoma. Necrosis. Dear audience, we know what is necrosis. Sum of morphologic changes following cell death in living tissue is known as necrosis. As carcinoma is less vascular, more chance of necrosis. So, in case of carcinoma, necrosis common. As sarcoma is more vascular, less chance of necrosis. So, in sarcoma, necrosis is uncommon. Route of metastasis. Dear audience, I have told you benign tumor never metastasize, but malignant tumor metastasize usually. And there are routes of metastasis: lymphatics, hematogenous, translumic, natural passage, etc. carcinoma, that the malignant tumor that arises from the epithelial tissue, usually prefer the lymphatic route for metastasis. So, usually prefer lymphatic routes for metastasis. That is, carcinoma usually metastasis through the lymphatic route, but sarcoma metastasis through the blood vessels, that is hematogenous route of metastasis. Hematogenous route of metastasis. Now come to radiosensitivity. Radiosensitivity. If we apply radiotherapy as treatment for the carcinoma and for the sarcoma, we see carcinoma is radiosensitive, but sarcoma is radioresistant. It is radiosensitive, but sarcoma is radioresistant. So, these are the differences between carcinoma and sarcoma. Dear audience, again we recapitulate. Carcinoma is the malignant neoplasm of epithelial tissue and sarcoma is the malignant neoplasm of mesenchymal tissue. I have told you carcinoma usually metastasizes through the lymphatics. Again, carcinoma usually metastasizes through the lymphatic channel, but there are some carcinomas, there are some malignant tumors that arises from epithelial tissue. They do not prefer the lymphatic route for metastasis. This is exception. Now come to that carcinomas. Carcinoma that prefers hematogenous route, for metastasis, not the lymphatic route. Although it is carcinoma, it does not prefer the lymphatic route for metastasis, rather it prefers hematogenous route of metastasis. What are those? Hepatocellular carcinoma, HCC, hepatocellular carcinoma, it prefers hematogenous route of metastasis, although it is carcinoma. Renal cell carcinoma, RCC, although it is carcinoma, it prefers hematogenous route of metastasis. Prostatic carcinoma, it prefers hematogenous route of metastasis. Dear audience, if anybody suffers from prostatic carcinoma, if it metastasizes through the hematogenous route, it metastasizes to the vertebra. So, these are the exceptional carcinomas that do not prefer lymphatic route of metastasis, rather they prefer hematogenous route of metastasis. Dear audience, now come to carcinoma in situ. What we mean about carcinoma in situ? We know carcinoma is the malignant tumor that arises from the epithelial tissue. What is carcinoma in situ? The carcinoma that does not invade the basement membrane. The carcinoma that does not penetrate the basement membrane is known as carcinoma in situ. the carcinoma that does not invade or that does not penetrate the basement membrane is called carcinoma in situ. So, it is carcinoma. It is malignant neoplasm of epithelial tissue, but it does not invade the underlying basement membrane. It does not penetrate the underlying basement membrane. Suppose this is basement membrane, this is the carcinoma, that is malignant tumor of epithelial tissue, pleomorphic cells with large hyperchromatic nucleus, altered nuclear cytoplasmic ratio. So, red one is basement membrane, and under the basement membrane there is tissue, underlying basement membrane there is tissue, and these are the malignant cells of epithelial origin, pleomorphic cells, large hyperchromatic nucleus. They remain within the basement membrane. The cells does not invade the basement membrane, does not penetrate the basement membrane. This is known as carcinoma in situ. Now come to invasive carcinoma. What we mean about invasive carcinoma? The carcinoma that invades the surrounding tissue, the carcinoma that penetrates the basement membrane is known as invasive carcinoma. The carcinoma that invades the tissue or that penetrates the basement membrane is called invasive carcinoma. Dear audience, if the malignant cells or the cells of the carcinoma penetrates the basement membrane and comes in the tissue like this, then this carcinoma is known as invasive carcinoma. Dear audience, if we want to know among the carcinoma in situ and invasive carcinoma, which one is a bit better? Definitely, carcinoma in situ is a bit better, because as it does not penetrate the basement membrane, it does not get any lymphatics or blood vessels to disseminate. So, it is better than the invasive carcinoma, because in case of invasive carcinoma, as the malignant cells penetrate the basement membrane and invades the tissue, it gets lymphatics and blood vessels to disseminate. So, carcinoma in situ is a bit better than the invasive carcinoma. Dear audience, today I have told you about the differences between benign and malignant neoplasm, locally malignant tumors that does not metastasize, differences between carcinoma and sarcoma. I have told you capsulated malignant neoplasm, uncapsulated benign neoplasm. I have told you what is carcinoma in situ, what is invasive carcinoma. Today up to this, thanks all.